CSL Production.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, our leaders are heading to New York City next Friday, July 10th, for Ebola Recovery Transparency. We still have Ebola in Sierra Leone. Our people are still dying. Our leaders have done not much to make sure we eradicate this deadly disease that has taken so many of our people. Our president is accountable to be able to tell us what he's going to do with the funds that he wants to gain when he comes to the United Nations. So we as concerned Sierra Leoneans are once more heading to New York City on Friday, July 10th to make sure our voices
of Sierra Leone, the international community, and all those pledging to support our country once again in this fight for Ebola. We are concerned that the management of the previous fund, the Ebola fund, was not too effective and is still under review in Sierra Leone. Knowing this and in light of this, we are insisting, we people that are concerned, the concerned Sierra Leoneans, we are insisting and urging that the international community, please, the United Nations, philanthropic organizations, supporters, donors, Western countries, the United Nations, ECOWAS, whosoever is going to be present at the pledging of funds, we insist that they please insist on citizens' involvement, stringent accountability and transparency frameworks to manage this fund.
We can't keep pouring money into the system and the money is being misused. We can't keep pouring money into the system and this money is not being used effectively. We must hold our leaders accountable. When we vote for them, they must be able to account to whatever we tell them we need done. We cannot keep giving them money because we're not seeing results. And when you don't see results, you must follow through. Let us hold these leaders accountable. Let us come out in our numbers. Let us show up in New York City and make our voices heard.
Local communities in Sierra Leone and other affected countries have been seriously ravaged by Ebola. The weak healthcare infrastructure and underlying capacities have been left even weaker. Subsistence farming and other agricultural activities have all been interrupted by emergency restrictions and the change in government priorities due to limited revenue.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, Sierra Leonean Americans, the international community, this is a public awareness message to bring your attention to the need for transparency, most of all accountability in the management of the Ebola Recovery Program in Sierra Leone.
This, I believe, is in line with the state building, peace building, transparency initiatives and regimes of the international community. So we insist that this is in line with their initiatives, in line with their good intentions, and to prevent good money going after bad. We insist, please, that this be taken seriously, that there be an insistence, a clause to insist that the management of the Ebola funds should be overseen by citizens and decision-making framework should be one that citizens can be involved.
People in Sierra Leone are being suppressed because they are not allowed to speak. But we have to keep fighting for this fight that belongs to all of us. I thank you, and I'll see you in New York City on Friday, July 10th at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We insist, please take it seriously. We are not against people supporting our country. We are very much in support of this initiative, but we insist that to make sure that the monies go where they're intended, that these monies should be managed properly. There should be an accountability, democratic accountability framework with
citizens worked extremely hard to eradicate Ebola, so we cannot entrust the Ebola recovery funds in the hands of the same individuals and characters and institutions who let us down in the Ebola audit report. These individuals were cited in the Ebola audit report, so we cannot entrust.
Local councils, municipal governments, community leaders, and the civil society have all complained that they have been left out of Sierra Leone government's Ebola Recovery Plan formulation. Like the initial Ebola response funding campaign, formulation and plans for subsequent implementation have been centralized in the office of the President, Ernest Koroma. This is simply unacceptable.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, Sierra Leonean Americans, the international community, this is a public awareness message to bring your attention to the need for transparency, most of all, accountability in the management of the Ebola Recovery Program in Sierra Leone.
For more information, please visit our website at www.cslus.org. That's www.cslus.org. Or simply visit our Facebook page at Concerned Sierra Leoneans.
Please join us at the United Nations in New York on July 10, 2015 at 8:30 a.m. to ask for transparency and accountability in formulating and implementing the Ebola Recovery Program.
This is a public awareness message to bring your attention to the need for transparency, most of all, accountability in the management of the Ebola Recovery Program.